Well, hello, everybody. My name is Dawn Chubai, and get ready for a rock star hour for all of my rock star ladies who are just either logging on now or going to join us in the next hour. We are talking about solutions to the problems that menopause brings. I mean, listen, it's a privilege to age, but there are many, many things that happen as we age. And if you've ever thought to yourself, gosh, I wish someone would have told me this would happen after kids, or if this would happen around perimenopause and menopause, let me tell you, you're not alone. And this device is going to change everything for you. But before we get to our vFit, I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the other products that we have coming up. First of all, an incredible lineup of her intimate care. We've got the She Bar coming up. That's going to be my host pick, especially at $13. You cannot beat it. This beautiful cleansing bar. We've got these incredible cold her bra inserts for those hot flashes, or frankly, just for when you're feeling a little warm. Maybe you're out walking around in Ontario or somewhere out east where it's smoking hot. This is going to be a game changer for you, especially at $19, and you're getting two of them. And we've also got a beautiful, beautiful serum for you to try. This is your serum for your vulva. And you would be lucky to get the kind of ingredients with this serum for your face. And this is for the most intimate areas. So that's coming up in just a little bit. But I want to talk a little bit about some of the issues we have, of course, when it comes to, I'm going to say, this time of our life. There is often a taboo about talking about women's intimate wellness. Even saying the word vagina or vulva is something that makes most people cringe. And I'm going to say most people by men, but also a lot of women that maybe didn't grow up with women in their lives talking about intimate health and even menopause in general. So we're going to tackle this gender bias. We're going to think and rethink everything we thought we knew. So if you are joining right now, I'd love for you to pop into the chat. I know that some of you will trickle in, and not to worry, you're not missing anything. We're going to repeat information and really have a great community conversation. And by the way, millions of women go through menopause, and it's important that as we get ready to talk about our vFit, that we talk about the silent shift that happens in our life and the problem that we really experience. And this is the problem that our vFit is actually going to solve. And so what we are going to do is we are going to change the way your body really ages with this incredible, I'm going to call it a personal trainer for your body. So let's talk about the problem, and then we'll talk about what the vFit is going to be able to do to help minimize and possibly solve that problem. So estrogen, right? Estrogen is a big, big problem. And what happens is when we age, we lose estrogen absolutely everywhere, right? So it's the things that make us plump. It's the things that make our body elastic, our skin, the largest organ on our body. And in these areas, this is when we start to experience that result of the lack of estrogen, which is vaginal dryness, which is incontinence, maybe lack of libido, maybe you're getting more urinary tract infections. So enter a device that helps solve that through the various technologies. And there are three main areas of technologies that we'll talk about with the vFit in just a moment. But it's important to know that this is actually a collaboration with Colette. And Colette's actually the founder, by the way, of Joylux. And she created this device because after running a series of, or a chain of skincare clinics, they realized that for all the benefits we receive, both from healing with athletic injuries and tissue damage, but also with our face, the benefits of red light therapy, surely to goodness, would have to give us benefits down there, right? And so Colette really started to realize that this would also help solve her problem in addition to everyone else, millions and millions of women, because when she had her son, she went almost directly into perimenopause. So imagine going from postpartum into perimenopause and dealing with sort of the effects of both. And so when she realized that, gosh, there's got to be a solution using this red light therapy, she actually reached out to Dr. Sarah, who is a board certified OBGYN. And Dr. Sarah and her came up with this technology that would solve the problem that many, 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 many women, like millions of women have, whether they're in perimenopause, menopause, maybe they've had children, maybe they're they just are naturally born with some of these issues they have, that this could help them. And so you can see what Dr. Sarah is saying here. As an OBGYN, I know how important it is to prioritize intimate health. And the vFit is truly a game changer. With its gentle yet effective red light technology, vFit helps women regain confidence and comfort in their intimate lives naturally and non-invasively. It's a solution that works, and I highly recommend it. So I want to unpack that solution that works. So when we talk about the technology that is in this vFit, and by the way, I'll give you a tour of it in just a second. If you have any questions, be sure to drop a note in the chat. The FDA has deemed, after 3,000 published papers, possibly even more at this point, that red light therapy is deemed safe and effective. And so as an incredible intimate wellness device, the vFit has truly changed the lives of so many women. The features that it has, because we talked about the estrogen decline, of course, there's the collagen decline as well, which we'll revisit in just a second. But what this device has is it's got 6 high-powered red light LEDs, and they are the perfect strength to create kind of that, I'm going to say that a bit, that healing effect, right? So we often think of red light therapy for our face, which is kind of where Colette started, right? Imagine all the benefits of red light therapy, but the kind of therapy that you would use on your face is not strong enough. So this is stronger than that. If you had something that was far stronger, then you would be dealing with the effects of like a laser resurfacing. So imagine that perfect, scientifically proven strength to give you the benefits that will help with the natural lubrication, that will help with the tightening and the toning, right? The pelvic floor strength. Then we've got 6 sonic modes. And so where that runs in is, so this is where we deal with a bit of that gentle vibration. So I'm going to turn on the vibration of this. You probably can't even quite hear it, maybe a little bit. And I know what many of you are thinking, like, gosh, is this? No, it's not a toy. It's actually a wellness device. These are medical grade, silicone and all of the other elements, no BPAs, of course, anything that would be damaging. This is a medical grade device. But the sonic vibration, which again, you can kind of control on that as well. There's also different settings that can help, I'm going to say, train your pelvic floor in a different way than maybe Kegels would do. I'm not saying you can't do Kegels. But if we think of sports medicine, for instance, and I know that when I used to work in TV home shopping, we often talked about certain devices, and often they were like I'm going to say, like you would stand on them. I'm not even getting my right words, but you would stand on it and there would be this vibration, a sonic vibration. And it was meant to help circulation and blood flow. So that's what the sonic vibration does here. So this isn't technology we've just sort of had tossed in here for no reason. It's very thoughtful. So we've got, again, the sonic vibration. We've got the red light therapy, right? And look how strong that is. It's absolutely incredible. But then you've also got the thermal heat, and it's a gentle heat at that perfect 40 degrees Celsius. So what this feels like, even if I touch it here, it's a gentle warmth. Think of like a cozy feeling, right? So that's basically the technology that's here. So how are you actually using it? I think that we should probably go to that, because so many of you are probably like, okay, I'm looking at a big long device. What am I doing with this? This looks pretty big. Yeah, this is the outside, ladies. This is where the brain behind your vFit is. When you insert, and by the way, the protocol starts at 6 minutes every other day. You can do 8, you work your way up to 10. If you're doing the Halle Berry collaboration, then it goes up to 12 and it's a bit stronger, but it's essentially the same device. You're going as far as the end of the light. So pretty much like this, okay? And you can use this while you're just doing possibly some of the things you're already doing. So it's not even something you really have to schedule your time in, but imagine scheduling 6 minutes today and already starting to get some of the benefits that will help with achieving natural lubrication more than you have, to help with your pelvic floor strength, right? And all of the reversal of some of those problems that happen when you don't have the natural lubrication and when you have weak pelvic floor. So you're just going to maybe you're reading your book, maybe you're checking your social media. It does turn off automatically. There's also an app, which I will recommend that you download, even if you're not purchasing your vFit today, because it's lots of great articles, but it also has a timer and it also tracks your treatments. So let me walk you through how this works. So I'm going to turn it off for you right now. So again, this is the only part that's going in, right? This is the brain behind your vFit. So you're going to turn it on. Very easy. Oh, look at that. And by the way, you get your charging cable. I have the charging cable somewhere. It's just like a little charging. Oh, here it is. So in your box, you'll get your charging cable, and you're also getting a satchel, but we also have a special bundle I'll tell you about in just a second. So you turn it on, and then you go ahead and choose what treatment. So we'd start at like 6 minutes, you can go up to 8, and then of course you can go up to 10. So there we go, and then we're gonna press. Now, immediately, you can see the vibration goes on. I'm gonna turn it off just for now. So right now I'm gonna turn the vibration off, but the light is on. And in a second, you're gonna see it just really pop and brighten up. And again, this again is the technology that helps with the tightening and with the, I'm gonna say, healing is the best word that I have, but it works toward the healing of your tissue, right? The strengthening and the rejuvenation of your tissue. So I want to, if we can, Lauren, let's bring back once again what the problem is. So as we age, and we've heard Dr. Sarah talk about this, and again, Dr. Sarah was part of developing this device, in addition to a world-renowned scientist who specializes in laser and light, which is why this is a scientifically backed device. So the aging on all of our skin, right? This isn't just our skin in our, our tissue in our vagina or the skin in our vulva. We're talking about all around. We start to lose collagen, we lose elastin. So a lot of this applies to your skin and the rest of your body, right? Tissue laxicity. So imagine, again, the skin that doesn't bounce back, right? We're plump when we're a kid, everything bounces back. I sleep on a pillow the wrong way, I've got a line on my face for 2 weeks. Drop an emoji if you feel the same way. Maybe you suffer from bladder leakage, right? So what we're talking about when we talk about that, we're talking about a weaker pelvic floor. So we all want a stronger pelvic floor. Many of us are dealing with vaginal dryness. And then of course, with a lot of these problems, and all stemming from that reduction in estrogen, because we just don't create it anymore for ourselves, and certainly, well, we do create it, it's just a lot less. That can lead to discomfort during intercourse. So this is where the vFit really helps solve that problem. This is backed, by the way, by clinicals. So it's important to note that this isn't just Dawn saying this. It's not just Halle Berry saying this. And by the way, she loved this device so much that she created her own, I'm going to say, Rolls Royce version of it, in addition to the Let's Spin Intimacy Gel. But this is doctor backed. So imagine doctors like, yes, Dr. Sarah recommending to her patients. Imagine many OBGYNs essentially not quite writing a prescription, but all but doing it by saying this can help you, and a way to help you feel confident again. And the reason why many women love this is it is easy, it's effective, and it's all natural. So what are your other options, right? First of all, a lot of us don't like talking about it. We don't like talking about the stigma of menopause. We don't like to talk about vaginal dryness. Many of us don't even feel comfortable saying vagina, right? And, I know that there are men that might be popping in and out here. This, I'm going to say, it's not for you. I mean, ultimately, you benefit a lot from women's confidence and all of that. We know that. But this is a conversation for us, is that we want to feel confident. And so, confidence in and out of the bedroom. So a lot of times when we don't feel confident, we don't feel comfortable, we tend to withdraw. Right. I mean, if you're like me, I mean, even the weight gain I've had since I kind of went into that perimenopause state, and I'm not saying there isn't weight gain for other reasons, but I know part of it is because of hormones. It makes us not want to do the things that we love to do. And so what are the other options? Well, you can go to a doctor's office and you can, get vaginal rejuvenation. Okay. $2,800 a year. I'm not saying like it would work, but it's expensive. And you've got to make yourself your way there. You have to take that on. You've got to absorb the cost. Hormone replacement therapy, you may still do hormone replacement therapy. And I'm not going to share an opinion either way on it. It's none of my business. You guys do what you want. What I'm saying is it's not you have to choose one or the other. Your vFit can work with your hormone replacement therapy, but think about why you're doing the hormone replacement therapy. You're doing it probably for the same problems that you're encountering that I just talked about, right? Vaginal dryness, maybe bladder leakage, so weak pelvic floor, maybe just not feeling yourself, hot flashes, all of that, right? So we've got this isn't for hot flash. I do have a solution for a hot flash. And then you've got your vFit, which is available to you and so easy from the comfort of your own home. So the protocol is very, very easy. Well, and by the way, I did tease it up. Maybe we can bring up the Halle Berry, because Halle Berry loved this product so much that she went and created her own version of it. And there's just a few differences. So you can see it's got these great chrome details on it. It's got, more sonic vibration options for you, kind of more, I'm going to say like a circuit of it. I don't even know the right word, but the right circuit of it. And of course, stronger red light as well. And by the way, with the bundle that you're getting today, you are getting several items that I'm going to say sort of set you up for success right out of the gate. We have for you today a starter kit. And if you're watching right now, you're going to see at the bottom of your screen all the items that I'm talking about. And so all you have to do is actually click on whatever item we're talking about or that we're going to present. Maybe you're already looking at the Let's Spin. Maybe you're already looking at the Revitalize Her Serum or the She Bar. You can just go ahead and start adding to your cart. And if you have to go, don't forget to check out, because the deal we have here is only during our live stream. And for $418, by the way, just the vFit alone is $395. I know that there are options with your, there's a membership that's on there, the Joylux vFit membership. You may have options for payment plans, so it's worth taking a look at. But $395 just for this. For an extra, what is it, $23? So $23. You're getting the Photonic Gel, which, by the way, amps up the efficacy of this by 45%, right? So it works not quite as a conductor. First of all, it works as, it's got a little bit of slip to it. So it's meant for your device, for comfort for using. But it's also got like hyaluronic acid and other moisturizing elements here as well. You're also getting the Photonic wipes. So the Photonic wipes are to clean your device, okay? So you're getting the device, which is $395 on its own. For $418, you're also getting the Photonic Gel, you're getting the wipes, and you're getting 30 of these. And you're getting, in addition to, I believe, your regular case, you're getting this limited edition, super cute strawberry case. How fun is that? And there's there's zippers on both ends. Oh, and 2 separate packs. Okay, perfect. So you can put your vFit in one. You can go ahead and put your Photonic Gel in here. I think, yes, your wipes will fit in there as well. So all of that for $318. So if you do look at the membership, just remember it works a bit like a payment plan, but it also works as a subscription service to be able to get a variety of other products as well. And some of these products we're going to go through in just a second as well. But if you're interested in that, just go ahead and go to joylux.com. And of course, the products we're talking about are right at the bottom of your screen. So again, 3 easy steps. You're going to use your Photonic Gel. Apply on the area. This is going to help work with your vFit. You're going to turn on your vFit, and there's the protocol there. So 6 to 10 minutes, you get to choose. Start at 6, that's highly recommended, 3 times a week, so every other day, for about 8 weeks. You'll start to feel a difference. I mean, Halle Berry, I think she felt a difference in, I think she said 3 weeks. So, you know, everybody's a little bit different. We're not going to say a one size fits all, but what I will say is this is ergonomically designed. It's easy to use. You're using a Photonic Gel, just a quarter size. And you're going to add it to the device, or probably on your body part, I think you can do as well. Your body part, I mean, you think I can say the word, this is the whole point, your vagina. And you're going to go ahead and just, insert it with that light on and the vibration if you want. And you can track your progress and symptoms and access education and community, as well as turn off your device using the app. The app is absolutely free. You just register, and of course, it will also track your progress. So once again, I'm going to move on to the respin in just, or the Let's Spin in just a moment. But just once again, if you're just joining us, this is the vFit. This is the solution to the effects of the loss of estrogen and collagen, right? We already know what happens with our face, but what happens with our face, I'm going to show you actually, and then I'll get to the demo again. We start to lose our collagen and we lose our estrogen. So if you think of the collagen is what makes us nice and plump, right? When we're young, everything bounces back, we got nice little rosy cheeks. This is your skin and tissue everywhere, ladies. So I'm talking about skin, but we're talking about her down there as well. So same effects, right? Everything's plump, everything's juicy, everything bounces back. This is, I think I should have blown up this balloon a little bit. This looks very sad, but sometimes it does look sad, doesn't it? So this is kind of what it looks like when you start to lose your estrogen and when you start to lose your elastin, your everything kind of shrivels up a little bit. It doesn't bounce back. Think if you're older, maybe your skin isn't even bouncing back. You're sleeping on a pillow. Everything sort of stays indented for a week. That's kind of what happens in all areas. And that just happens naturally as we age. But just because it happens naturally as we age doesn't mean that you have to suffer through it. So the benefits of your vFit, which by the way, very easy to use, improved moisture and comfort. So who doesn't want a little of that, right? So I turned it on. Now I'm going to put it I'll put it all the way. So let's imagine I was doing a 10-minute treatment, and then I'm going to hold it down. Very easy to use. Light goes on, little bit of sonic vibration. I'm going to turn it off just for now, but you don't have to. And in just a moment, you're going to see the effects of that red light therapy. This is scientifically backed, FDA safe, effective, and actually can do what it says. Not only what Joylux says, but what so many sports doctors said. So let's take it to our intimate area. 89% improved sensation. What does that mean? Comfort. That means pleasure, right? That means you're confident in no matter what situation you're going to be in. Increased vaginal hydration. So everything that happens when we lose our estrogen and collagen, all of it's like the opposite, right? You're not getting sensation. You're not having the hydration. You're dry. So this helps with that. 92% more confident. We're not just talking confident in bed or in intimate scenarios. We're talking about more confident in life. I mean, comfort. Even think about when you're wearing your clothes, when you're dry, when you're itchy, like it's not comfortable. You feel like I just want to stay home. I'm just putting on my sweats. We want you living, enjoying life. And so improved intimate wellness, yes, 95%. But remember, our intimate wellness is also about overall sense of well-being. So why today? Why $395, right? Or why, if you're picking up our bundle, which includes your vFit, your photonic wipes, your photonic gel, and the cute strawberry case, why today? You maybe didn't wake up today thinking, let me go and spend that kind of money today. Well, so first of all, I want to remind you that this is a device that is going to care for you, right? We buy tires for our car. We do. We have no problem getting our hair dyed. We have no problem taking care of our skin. We buy the lotions and the potions and all of that. And yet somehow, when it comes to our intimate health, either we've been told or we've been led to believe that that's not important because we can't see it. Right? We can't see it. Is it that important? Yeah, it's that important. And I want you to feel like you can ask your questions. We've got Lauren, we've got Heather on our moderating chat right now if you're joining us, and I hope that you are, and I hope you've told your friends. We've still got about 30 minutes left. I want you to know that you're able to have these conversations, and I'll answer the questions best I can, but we have people on standby that can. So Rose said, Heather, I'm curious, is there a way to insert the vFit device that isn't painful with, okay. So, and so Rose, I hear what you're saying, because listen, I'm also one of those people, I've never really kind of loved sort of inserting anything in there other than, you know, what we're talking about. However, you know, we have to remember that this is a wellness tool and it's meant to help us. And so it is thoughtfully designed. Again, we've got Dr. Sarah, who's a board certified OBGYN, the technology in behind here, world renowned scientists, laser and light experts and scientists to sort of back what this is able to do for you. But yeah, there is always a bit of like, you got to get used to putting it in. Okay. So the photonic gel does have the slip to it. It's just one of those things you just kind of get it right in. And I will say too, once you start to produce your own natural lubrication, which is the whole purpose of this, you are going to start to find this a lot easier. So it's more of a learning curve. And I'm just going to see, yeah, and that's what Heather just says. You can use a lot of the gel. It'll get better with time. Oh, and you might also try, okay, there's also other options that you might be able to try on Amazon, dilators to help with it. But, you know, it is a wellness tool, and that's kind of where we want to do this and to sort of highlight that. So, you know, when we talk about the gentle pulses, and I just want to make sure you know too, the reason for all these elements, and as I take you through this before I move on, I'm just going to take you through it one more time for anyone that joined us. So let me just turn it on, right? I turned it on. Now we're going to set our timing, and then we're going to hold it down, and then we're going to get our light. So the sonic pulses, and there's also like a straight ahead vibration. And there's different settings, so you can do what's more comfortable or whatever you want to do. If you're purchasing the Halle Berry vFit Plus option, it's got more cycles and it's got stronger energy wavelengths. It just means that you may get there faster, and that's just the device that Halle wanted to do. So the idea is that the sonic will help with the circulation and stimulate the vaginal tissue for enhanced wellness. So when we talk about the tissue, right, we're talking about giving it that bounce back. We're talking about promoting the stimulation and reactivation of your estrogen, or elasticity, I should say, and your collagen. So then we got, and I'm just going to turn off the vibration. So then we've got the thermal energy. And so again, it's a soothing warmth. So think of it as nice and cozy. It's going to increase the blood flow. This should not surprise you. I know that it might be surprising to see it in a wellness device, and for your intimate area, which once again, this just goes into your vagina right up to this point. Okay, right up to this point. And so we talk about sports medicine. We know we've seen people wearing the masks with the red light on their face. Like, what are we doing that for? We're doing it for the tightening. We're doing it for the health of our skin, right? Our largest organ, and our tissues. And so that's what, and the tissue. And so that's what this is doing. And then of course you've also got the thermal energy, as I just said. And then of course you got the red light therapy that helps with the tightening and all of that. Okay, so photonic gel, there we go. You got your vFit. You've got your photonic wipes. You're getting the special little cute limited edition strawberry case. Click on the button below, purchase today. There is it's a membership available, which has a type of a payment plan, but also it's a bit of subscription service. I'm not going to go into depth too much about it because you can just go there and see if that's the right move for you. But it does make it a little bit more affordable for you. But as you look through this, just try to remember some of the things that the men in our lives spend their money on for maintenance. Like this is maintenance, ladies, right? Tires, we get our oil changed, we do all sorts of things. This is for not just you, but this is possibly for the benefit of your confidence, which ultimately benefits the partner in your life if you are in a partnership. And so think of this as your overall wellness device. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist or anything like that, but we all know that when we don't feel great, when we don't feel comfortable, when we don't feel confident, there's a mental toll. And so we want the best for you. And I hope that you want the best for yourself with this incredible patented technology. Okay. Let's move on to our incredible, I'm just going to make sure I've got all my little stuff all ready to go here. Let's move on to the Let's Spin. This is fantastic. So this is a collaboration with Miss Halle Berry, and she said spinning never felt so good. So let me explain what the reason she took. So, okay, I'm just going to say it. I was watching, I think it was the Jenna Bush show. Did anybody, I'm just looking to see, did anybody watch any of the footage? So she's been on with Oprah, but she was just recently on Jenna Bush. And Jenna Bush is like, what do you mean spin? And she goes, I mean spin. And if you want to hear Halle talk about her love for the vFit, because this is where she started. This is why she decided to partner with Colette and Dr. Sarah, right? It's because of the vFit. She was like, she's got lots of videos on the Joylux website, which you'll see as you click some of those buttons. But she's just like, I want to feel like myself. I want to feel confident. She is still active. She wants to be active and confident in her intimate relationship. And this is what helped for her. So if you've been dealing with dryness, discomfort, or you just want a better experience, this is a clean OBGYN design gel made for you. So it's called an intimacy gel, but without question, there is a lubrication element to this, okay? But it's not like something you would buy in the drugstore, and I'll tell you the differences in just a second, but take a look at these results. So again, this is the clinical study results. That's a great report card, if you ask me. 95% felt intimacy was more comfortable. Yeah, who wants pain, right? No one wants pain. That's discomfort. That makes you not want to do it. That makes you feel terrible. So we want you to feel comfortable. This is how this helps. Relieve their vaginal dryness. Yeah, no kidding. You know why? Hyaluronic acid, aloe vera, pH balance. So it supports a healthy vaginal environment. Makes intimacy more pleasurable. Yeah, who doesn't want that? It's also, by the way, keep in mind, it's got those kind of skincare ingredients in there. So while you're enjoying your lovey-dovey time, you're also taking care of that skin as well and tissue, and also was soothing and enjoyable to use. So by the way, first of all, can we talk about how pretty this would be to put on your nightstand? So this is what I said. It's not like what you would get in the drugstore. First of all, this is like, it's not quite the same level of skincare as what we're going to show you in just a second, but it's got some skincare benefits to you. It's also a very elegant design, so perfectly appropriate. And I don't want to say something's appropriate or inappropriate, but perfectly, you'll feel confident putting it on your nightstand, put it that way. And by the way, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous formulation. It's not sticky. Again, it's an intimacy gel, so it's got the slip. So if you're looking, okay, I need the slip. This is what's going to help you get that confidence in bed. And when you think about the confidence that you get from knowing that your body, I don't want to say it's gone back to maybe where you were when you, as Halle Berry called it, a juicy peach, but that's the goal here, right? It's you felt confident because you knew you'd be ready to go. And even when you're not quite ready to go, it's nice that you have a product that can kind of help you get into that groove and into that mindset. So, what does this do? Relieves discomfort and dryness. It delivers long lasting, skin loving hydration, and it enhances intimacy and personal connection. And it supports confidence. So, at every stage of your womanhood. So, even though we're talking a lot about perimenopause and menopause for our VFit, this is really for absolutely everyone. $45. You can click on the button that's on your shopping page right here. And by the way, you're shopping securely right on the joylux.com site. So it's all integrated with their Shopify and e-com. So feel confident purchasing directly from the site while you're watching and learning about these products. And it's not like there's no weird smells or anything like this. It's an elegant formulation. And by the way, a game changer for so many, and backed by OBGYNs, and of course with Halle, trusted by women across North America. I remember Oprah kind of giving Halle the little like, wow, finally, right? And same with Jenna Bush and so many. There are actually really great reviews as well online. And by the way, for those of you that are thinking like, isn't this just like another one of those lubricating products? Let me tell you again, when we look at the formulation, it's elegant, it's not sticky, there's no weird smells or any of that kind of thing. And by the way, long lasting. So, I don't want you to feel, and I know this is why Halle created, you don't need to wait for somebody to give you permission to feel like yourself. So whether we're talking about the Let's Spin or the vFit, like whose permission do you need to feel like your very best? And we want you to feel great in your own body. So, you invest in skincare. Why not invest in all the things that help, I'm going to say, support your own intimate health and wellness? So it's nice and it's a bit cooling, it's silky, it's soothing. It's a bit like a soft veil of hydration. It's water-based, so hyaluronic acid holding 1,000 times its weight in water. And then there are also other elements, and I can't even pronounce what it was. Gluconolactone. I think that's what it is. So that's also got an extra boost of hydration at the deeper levels. So just before we move on to the Her Intimate Care, I do want to highlight that Halle has a bundle available, and I'm just going to make sure that I've got it. It's the Respin by Joylux vFit Plus Red Light Intimate Wellness Device. So it's basically $100 more than the traditional vFit. But let me tell you what you have with that. First of all, I will show you the difference too. I know that there's a device explainer. They all work the same. There's just a couple of little differences kind of in the brain of your vFit. So it's got a custom chrome finish. It does have a special kind of silver storage bag, so it's a little bit different than the one that you get normally. And it's also got the most advanced red light therapy. Now, this already obviously has a ton of advanced red light therapy. We know that for a fact. But this has stronger red light. It also has more sonic vibrations. And in addition to getting the chrome sort of I don't want to say decoration, but design. It's also got a different color carry case, and you also get a personal note from Halle herself. But they all work ultimately the same. So again, using that patented trifecta of benefits or features, I should say. So not only the red light therapy, the sonic vibration, and of course the thermal heating. So they all work virtually the same. With the Halle device, you can go up to 12 minutes treatment as opposed to just 6, 8, 10, which by the way, is perfect as it is. But for Halle, she wanted faster results. And so her device may give you slightly faster results. I will say that it's a very limited option, obviously in a collaboration with Halle. And of course, don't forget to pair it with your Let's Spin. If you do want faster results, by the way, with your vFit, which I know is on your screen, you can go ahead and purchase the starter bundle, which we do have with the Photonic Gel, as well as the wipes. And of course, the case. If you want a little bit faster results, you could go every day. You could, right? But the protocol starts at just every other day. So don't feel you have to go hard at it that way. And I will say after, I want to say 8 weeks. I don't have that in my notes, but I think it's after 8 weeks, you start to go into maintenance mode. And then it's really just once or twice a week. So again, treat this like your personal trainer. Imagine if you were someone who was rehabbing, because that's kind of what you're doing. You're doing a bit of a rehab almost. You would kind of go on a regular protocol. And then after a while, you're just maintaining. So it's sort of all the regular rules apply, including that incredible technology with the red light. Okay, so we talked about the respin. And by the way, if you're thinking like, what's the difference between the photonic gel and the respin? Totally different. Yes, there's hyaluronic acid. Yes, we know that there's all these great ingredients. This really is your support for your device. So I want you to think of that. That's why we'd include it in that bundle with the photonic wipes, which by the way are not body wipes. It's the cleaning wipes for your device, and then you go ahead and you put it right back in your little fun little strawberry. Or if you're picking up just the device and not the bundle, you'll get, of course, that beautiful, almost like a ballet slipper pink satiny satchel pouch kind of thing. This is your intimacy gel. So I think self-explanatory. Beautiful slip. This is going to make those sexy times a lot more comfortable, and it offers great skincare benefits. Not as many as our Revitalize Her, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. But I do want to move on to now the Her Intimate Care line, which, by the way, let's bring up Dr. Sarah and, of course, Colette, because this is a real partnership, right? How the Her Intimate Care came up, and there's Hallie, because we know Hallie's all in there as well. How the Her Intimate Care line came up was because Colette herself felt like, she knew she was clean all over her body, but she just didn't feel like she was as fresh, right? Maybe she had this aroma that she wasn't feeling super confident about. And I totally get it. And we've heard that, right? Ladies, have we not heard that estrogen, by the way, speaking of Dr. Sarah, we talk about like the effects of the loss of estrogen. It's more than just dryness and elasticity and collagen. I read all the time, and I'm sure if you're on TikTok or anything, you read this all the time about what happens as we go through perimenopause and menopause. I mean, they talk about body odor, like arms, they talk about really, really dry skin. And we also talk about a change in all parts of us. And so sometimes that comes with maybe our own little change in our fragrance, if I can say it. So I want to talk to you about the She Bar. And if I can recommend today, maybe you're not in the mind right now for your vFit. First of all, there are payment plan options. And I will say once again, if nothing changes, things actually, they don't just not change, they get worse, right? So we want you to start feeling better and getting better with your vFit. But let's just say today you're not. And we'll talk about why today should be the day, but $13. This is an incredible, incredible product. So if you are tired of thinking like, what can I put down there? I've heard like, don't put body wash, don't douche, don't do all these things. And you know why that is, right? Because there are ingredients that don't work well with our own pH. When we don't have the balance and taking care of the microbiome and all that kind of stuff, it can cause a whole lot of problems, and problems that make an already difficult time even more difficult. So this is pH balance. It's a French milled bar. It is designed again by Dr. Sarah, who is a board certified OBGYN, and there's a clean formulation, and it's not soap. So I know it looks like soap, but it's not soap. And by the way, this also will not strip any of your natural oils. So we've got coconut oil, which we know is nature's hydrator, deeply moisturizing, soothes the delicate skin. It doesn't cause irritation. It's got antioxidant rich argan oil, so a vitamin boost for your skin. And then of course we've got, vitamins A, D, E, soothes sensitive skin. It promotes your moisture retention, healing. And what it does is it actually does create like these, it's not like a bubbles like you get with soap. It's almost like, if you think of like when blowing bubbles, like these light, airy bubbles. So it's a very elegant indulgence cleansing experience. And when you smell this, you're going to smell the orange blossom, which by the way is kind of fundamental and kind of at the core of the Her Intimate Care products. And we'll talk about the hydrating serum in just a moment, because just like we take care of the skin, right? We cleanse and then we moisturize. We're going to do the same for our vulva, right? Different than inside. It's not inside, it's all on the outside for your vagina. So what this is going to do is this is going to cleanse you. And with that orange blossom which by the way is in there. So anything you smell that's the orange blossom. Is it will feel kind of fresh and just it'll kind of give you this boost when you're using it. Like even when you smell it, I could literally, I mean, I could eat this. You probably could, but don't. You'll feel fresh. And then it's not like there's this lingering scent after, because if there was a scent, that's when you start to deal with perfumes and synthetics, and there's nothing synthetic here. So you're just going to feel fresh and clean. And you can use this on the rest of your body. And at $13, I just literally bought my husband some goat milk soap for his shower, and I spent $13. And that's for him, you know what I mean? And this is your most private, intimate parts. So, this is a steal of a deal. If you're not purchasing anything else today, I'm going to highly encourage you to go ahead and pick up this here and stock up on it. Rose, yes, we've got Rose watching. Drop a note if you're watching right now. I'd love to know what you're thinking of, and if you've tried any of these products. There are great reviews for all of them online. But yes, again, the clean, fresh, hydrating results is what we hear from Deborah P. Nikita wrote a great review on here. So fantastic. She's been putting it out there for everyone to buy. Oh, I love this. Jen28 said, I've been using SheBar for 3 years. I love how it's pH balanced, moisturizing, and non-irritating. Soft, silky texture, no irritation. Love the smell. Yeah, Michelle, that's the orange blossom there. If you have sensitive skin, no problem. It's built for you. You don't want to use regular soap. That's not built for your intimate area and your pH. And trust me, if you don't protect the pH in that intimate area, the problems that can arise, it can be a big problem, right? You can actually end up with certain conditions and infections and all of that. And not everybody does. Not everybody's the same. But like, why would you chance it? I wouldn't chance it. That would be like why would I use, dish soap on my face? Not meant for that. I wouldn't do that. Could you clean your face with dish soap? Yes, you can. But we wouldn't want to. And same with your vulva. You want to use a soap that is designed for it. But again, you might love this so much. At $13, pick up a few, because you can use this absolutely anywhere. And it's easy to use, obviously, super, super simple. And you got to clean yourself anyway. So this is a great chance for you to get something that supports your skin in the way we need it supported. Okay, everybody, we got about 15 minutes left. I'm going to encourage you to, if you're already on the site, obviously, if you're watching, right on the bottom of your screen, you can go ahead and swipe and you can see all the products. To recap, we've talked about our incredible vFit. We're going to revisit that at the end. The bundle, huge savings on it. You're getting so many extra bonuses for like $23 extra to what you would normally pay on the device. And by the way, there is a Joy vFit membership available if you are looking for sort of a combo pack between a payment plan and for a almost like a subscription service, where you will get when the subsequent deliveries come after that first month, a variety of products sent to you on that subscription service. So maybe you're getting SheBars. I don't know what they all are, but you can go ahead and read more about it. So now we want to move to the next step of our skincare. So if you are, once again, cleaning your face, right? What do? We wash our face. Great. So here's the wash for your vulva and your intimate area. And then what we would normally do, we would normally moisturize our skin. So the only moisturizer you need for your vulva is your Revitalize Her. And I'm going to show you how this comes, because first of all, the elegance of what we see here with the Joylux Her Intimate Care is absolutely fabulous. Like, it really, really is. So here we go. Comes beautifully presented. And the most nourishing way to care for your most delicate skin is your serum. And so I wouldn't throw this out. I'd actually, you could literally leave this on your counter or your bedside, right? Maybe you're putting this on before bed. Right there. You could also leave it open like this. It looks really pretty like that. But ultimately, of course, everything is happening in here. And I'm going to show you how this serum works. If you have used this serum before, drop a note in the comments and let us know what you think. I'm going to read some reviews as well. If you're needing to head out, please shop before the show is done. Our exclusive bundles expire at the end of the event, and I certainly don't want you to miss out. And we're going to show you why this particular serum, though, now while you are heading to checkout, is the exact hydration you're looking for and why it's so effective. So it looks like, a face serum. You're not using face serum on your vulva, ladies. This is designed especially for you because of all the incredible ingredients, right? So sea buckthorn, vitamin E to nourish and rejuvenate. We've got coconut oil, jojoba oil, beeswax. These are all natural hydrators, and they're going to soften and protect your skin. This, once again, is OBGYN designed. It is pH balance. Why does that matter? We don't want to cause any kind of imbalance on our skin anywhere, but especially down there, because what happens when we create that imbalance? Yeah, ladies, you know, right? You don't feel right. You've got dryness, you've got itchy, all the things. And if you think of why do we hydrate our skin, we're hydrating down there for the same reason. But many of us don't think of that, right? Because A, we haven't talked about it. We just think, oh, well, it's menopause. We're supposed to get all dry down there. Do you remember what we talked about? We want everything to look and feel good. We don't want that. We want this. And so all the products we're doing help support bringing that youth back and that fitness back to your intimate areas. So pH balance, safe and gentle for the skin. You smell that orange blossom. Remember that, and you actually smell the coconut. It's really nice. But look at, not greasy, right? So I'm snapping, and I wouldn't be able to do that if it was greasy. So, and it absorbs beautifully. I mean, if I was showing you skincare for your face, this is what I'd be doing. I'd be showing, look at how incredibly moisturizing, but not greasy this is. So lightweight, it absorbs quickly without residue. And by the way, completely clean. So what does that mean? You know, no parabens, no fragrances, right? Other than what you smell from the natural ingredients. So there's no added fragrance, right? It's what is naturally there. And it's clean and safe for the sensitive areas. Ladies, let me tell you, I think this is $45. I would sell a serum like this on the shopping channel. I'm telling you, with the ingredients that are in this, it should easily be, I'm going to say closer to the $80 mark, quite easily. A little goes a long way. Like, you saw how much I put on there. There's no way you need that much for your vulva. But just for demonstration purposes, I wanted to show you. So you can actually use this on your face if you want. I know that many do. And again, at $45 compared to some of the other products out there for your face, this is a steal of a deal. But use it on your most intimate areas. How often should you use this? You use it as needed, but you could use it morning and night. It's not just for menopausal skin. So if, you know, I think a lot of what we want to do too, I know that some of us are just sort of starting to realize there are solutions to our bigger problems, and we'll once again revisit the vFit in just a second. But you can be proactive, right? Just like you don't wait until you're, you know, got turkey neck to start using your, sorry, that's what we used to say on TSC when I was selling skincare. Hopefully we don't wait until we have that to feel like we can start on neck cream. You can absolutely start on neck cream when you're young, and you can also use it to reverse the signs of aging. And ultimately, that's what we're talking about here, reversing the signs of aging, the depletion of estrogen, the effects of the loss of elasticity and collagen. And that's where the vFit and all of these Her Intimate Care products come in. So once again, good for absolutely everyone. This won't interfere with medications. Like, that's the whole thing here. There's nothing to interfere with what you're already doing. And if you're thinking like, why do I need a serum, which is, by the way, your moisturizer. So this is essentially your moisturizer for your vulva. This is not your intimacy gel. This is your skincare. Okay. You treat like all of the other areas. Like, why not the most delicate, and I'm going to say possibly the most important skin on your body? Like, that's why we're doing it. So if you've been dealing with dryness, irritation, you want to stay comfortable and confident, this is where you can go. You can go to the Her Intimate Care, just scroll to the bottom, find the products you like. You can backtrack. If you've just joined us, you can go ahead and take a look at what we have available as well, that we've already talked about. And you can shop it right now on exclusive savings and a chance to ask any questions. Rose, oh good, Rose, I'm so glad you bought the intimacy gel and you got the serum. Rose, I am so happy for you. I can't wait. I hope you join us. We're gonna go live again probably in a couple of weeks, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are. So please share. I don't know if you've purchased the products before, but I would love to hear what you think of them the next time. Right. And you know, hopefully you'll have them within the next 2 weeks. And if you don't, then we hope to see you again as well, because I'm sure that, you know, you'll get validation of why you purchased what you did. So I want to show you our final product in the Her Intimate Care before I do a quick recap on our vFit, which, by the way, is on exclusive pricing. vFit, $3.95 on its own every day. You can still purchase it for $3.95. You get the bag, comes with the charger, the whole works. But for not much more, right? 45% more efficacy when you use the photonic gel. Also has a little bit of a slip for it to help with the ease of your vFit. And you're getting photonic wipes. That is the cleansing wipes for your device. For your device. If you want cleansing for your vulva, it is not the photonic wipes. It is the She Bar, which is available at $13. And of course, you're getting the strawberry case. So for 400 and, is it 411? 418. I think it's 411 actually. You're getting all of this. So gosh, yeah, actually that's a better saving than I thought. $395 just for this. So for not much more, $16 more, you're getting all of this. Okay. Oh, I forgot about the, oops. Okay. I can't forget about these. I knew I forgot something. Okay. Quick little mention on the body butter. Again, one of the problems when we lose our estrogen happens in perimenopause and menopause. Our skin gets really dry. I've heard from so many ladies that talk about the constant itching with their skin, and that happens with menopause. But of course, if you got itchy skin anyway, I invite you to try the Nourish Her Body Butter. Beautiful, beautiful ingredients in this. Once again, you can smell, right? So you've got the coconut oil, you've got the aloe, right? And of course the cocoa butter. So it's a beautiful body butter. It's incredibly luscious, and I'm going to say concentrated, right? Like you look at this, it's a body butter, so it's very dense. This is a ton. You do not need this much, but this is for the rest of your body, right? So your moisturizer for your vulva is your serum, which Rose picked up. So congratulations. Oh, Rose, good. You've got the vFit. Oh, and you're upgrading to the Plus. Okay, good. Good for you. Really happy for you. Congratulations on that. So that body butter is gorgeous. Guys, I can't believe I forgot about the pads. Okay, I've got a couple minutes still. Hot flashes. Who's got them? Even if you're not getting hot flashes, but you get boob sweat. You get like, you're just hot. I know in Ontario and in Eastern Canada and the United States, it's hot, it's sweaty. So how about a solution that is better than putting ice on your skin? Ice packs don't fit in your bra, but the Cold Her does. So I'm going to stick one. I think I still have time. I'm going to stick one, goes right in there. Okay. No one knows, right? Can't tell. No one knows, but I can feel the cooling. And why? Because there's this, it's basically a material that with the phases, cools your body down. So what it does is it draws the heat out, cools your body down. Like I can feel the cool here. So it's a phase change material. And eventually what happens is that solid, which is almost like a coconut, if you think of like a coconut butter kind of solidness, it eventually sort of forms to your body and starts to go to liquid. It takes a while for it to do that, by the way, but I can feel it cooling down right now. It's got kind of this almost like not a microfiber, very soft on the one side. It's actually, you're putting the cold against your skin. I hear a lot too of ladies who are breastfeeding. They like even just putting this on their nipples, which again brings to light why this is better than maybe what you've been sort of MacGyvering your way through. Maybe you've been making little makeshift ice packs. Maybe you've actually grabbed an ice pack and put it against your skin, to cool off or do whatever. When we put this in our, by the way, kind of on our chest and by our boobs, it's sort of, you can feel it starting to cool you elsewhere. It's just the way, I don't know, I think it's just the way the body works. It's sort of the core of where it's warm starts, because that's where the flush comes, right? Kind of comes from here and works its way up. If you were to put, like even right now, I find this very hard to hold because it's starting to burn like it feels like it's burning. So first of all, not flexible, inconvenient, messy. It's already starting to drip on me. That's the benefit of these incredible Cold Her bra inserts. It's $19. I'm going to see if this melted a little bit. I don't think it would have yet. Oh, maybe a little bit. Okay. Again, it takes a while. So this will last for a long time. And by the way, I know people that have their one set and they haven't had them for years. So this is not something you're buying every day or every week or anything like that. You're going to keep these. And so what happens is you can probably see it starting to liquefy just a little bit, right? But it's still icy, icy cold, and it cools with the heat of your body. So it draws out the heat and keeps you cool, but it's not necessarily cold to the touch when you first touch it. If you hold it long enough, you'll start to feel it. So highly recommend you pick these up. Rose, I don't know if you've tried these. This is absolutely worth trying if you get a chance. It's just on the bottom of your screen. The Cold Her, this I will say too, given the hot weather we're expecting, I think a heat dome in the eastern part of the continent, looking at a heat dome. So think of the summer weddings, mom of the brides, bridesmaids. Do yourself a favor, pick these up. They fit right in your bra. No one knows you're wearing them. You'll know because you'll feel comfortable for once. And let's face it, you can't put this in your bra. Maybe some of you can, but I'm not putting that in my bra. It's messy, it's hard, and this is elegant. This is just something that feels like it was meant for your body, and it really is. Once again, Colette, we've got Dr. Sarah involved. We've got Hallie, who's part of this incredible collaboration with Let's Spin, but the hero, once again, is our vFit. I highly recommend you pick this up today. There is a payment plan membership option available, which works like a subscription as well, that you can check out if you want to break up those payments. But today's the day you take care of your intimate wellness with red light therapy, thermal heating, everything thoughtfully designed, science-backed with clinicals to prove it, and sonic vibration. This bundle, $411. Once again, this is $395 on its own, no matter what. For an extra $16, you get the photonic gel. You're getting the photonic wipes, which is for your device. We will turn that off. I don't know who's calling me at this point, but they're probably calling me and saying, wrap the show up. And of course, you're getting your strawberry case as well. So for like literally a few more dollars, you're getting all of this essentially for that few dollars, and you're getting a life-changing, according to Halle Berry, device, and you're getting it exclusively here, science-backed, and truly the game changer every woman must have. So if you have added items to your cart, Rose, I hope you've checked out. You got you got the bra inserts. Okay, I'm excited for you. Rose, you're going to be so confident this summer, and you made the choice today. For anyone else watching, and maybe you're watching the replay, but the choice you make today is going to affect all of your tomorrows. And unlike most cases where you go, well, if you do nothing changes. With our body and our depleting estrogen and collagen and elastin, it's not actually that nothing changes. It just gets worse. It just gets worse. So treat yourself. This is not vanity. This is vitality. Treat yourself to something that is for you and the maintenance of you, and for all the reasons that we want to age well, is to be vital, to feel confident, to enjoy the rest of our life. And just because we age and we go through a period of life does not mean we don't deserve the very, very best. And so thank you to Colette, Dr. Sarah, and of course, Hallie with her Let's Spin collaboration. We're able to do that. So thank you so much for participating in the conversation. My name is Dawn Chubai, and I look forward to seeing you next time. But in the meantime, rethink menopause and think that menopause can be more joyful with Joylux. Thank you so much, everybody.